A Johnson City woman is in jail tonight after police say she had been avoiding arrest since last year. These leaves are wilted, forcing him to replant new grass. An unexpected sea creature has shown up in Council, Virginia. Everything you see here can be found in other GM models. This Chevy Malibu is similar to a Saturn Aura. That is such good news. Today felt wonderful for a change.
It absolutely did.
123 Marines have just arrived. You can see the buses behind me. You may want to take some precautions before jumping back into an exercise routine. Why don't seniors want to move their activities to a community center? Probably warm pretty much wherever you go, right? While water has been receding since early this morning, a lot of it is still sticking around. Well, even though it has been dry and we could use the rain, can't argue this wasn't a great day. The suspect shot through this door several times. 24-year-old Benjamin White died in Afghanistan when his helicopter was shot down. He was just a couple miles away here near the Greene County-Washington County line. Shoppers set out today to save some money. And I do want people to know that West Market Street is open again, where a set of 4 used ones can cost around $150. You know, I just got back from Florida and it's such a difference. 50% of that movement is all in the wrist. Good evening and welcome to News 5 at 6. I'm Sherrie Evans in for Preston. Police say 44-year-old Connie Honaker is charged with being a fugitive from justice. They arrested her during a traffic stop. Officials say they issued 5 arrest warrants for her in 2009 in connection with obtaining narcotics by fraud. She's in jail under a $10,000 bond. A man in Yancey County, North Carolina is now facing federal charges for child pornography. Authorities took 40-year-old John Webb into custody last November and charged him with several counts involving the sexual exploitation of a minor and having obscene material. The case was recently reviewed by a federal grand jury and they indicted Webb. He's in jail without bond. The Bristol, Virginia Fire Department is investigating 2 possible cases of arson. The latest happened on Solar Street, where a bush caught fire overnight. Investigators collected evidence at the scene this morning. A spokesman for the fire department tells us no witnesses have come forward, but residents think it started sometime around 1:30. Authorities say it appears someone intentionally set that fire. An East Tennessee woman accused of overdosing herself and her baby boy almost 2 years ago has been found not guilty by reason of insanity of aggravated child abuse. This is video from the scene in 2008. According to the Associated Press, 31-year-old Audrey Story will now undergo another mental evaluation to determine what course of treatment she needs. The boy is now in the custody of his grandparents. Story returns to court October 18th. While Labor Day brings in more people on the lakes, authorities say it also brings in more boating under the influence citations. TWRA tells us that so far this year there have been a total of 28 arrests and 1 deadly accident in our area. Even though most visitors come to the lake to have a good time, some can get carried away. George Birdwell says they see an increase in DUIs every year.
What Friday?
Officials say the best way to enjoy the holiday is by being responsible on the water. Heart disease is the #1 killer of women in the U.S. That's why News 5 has joined forces with Wellmont Health System this year to educate women on what they need to know to keep their heart healthy. News 5's Melissa Gaona sat down with a woman affected by the disease and has more on why doctors say she didn't even know she had it. Doctors say while heredity is a factor in women's heart disease, smoking also plays a major role. Enrollment at Tennessee colleges and universities is up by almost 5% this year. This just months after the state passed a sweeping higher education reform. Right now, officials say school budgets don't allow for new buildings or faculty, but are managing by hiring professors and offering online courses. The Tennessee Board of Regents hopes to see the graduation rates go up with the increased number of students. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration hopes a new law will help solve our obesity epidemic. Many restaurants will soon be required to include calorie counts on their menus. But as News 5's Katie Graham found out, many diners think it's going to take a whole lot more to help Americans slim down. From the Weather Center, meteorologist Donnie Cox joins us. And Donnie, I hope you enjoyed this gorgeous day.
Absolutely.
And yeah, definitely no complaints. Looks like it's going to be a good week.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you soon, Donnie. After the break, federal investigators get up close to new evidence. And I'll bring the dessert for the barbecue.
Oh, absolutely.
Sound good?
I'll contribute. I'll contribute.
Well, that's all the time we have here on News 5. Join us again tonight at 11. NBC Nightly News is next. Traffic is moving slowly, but things are getting back to normal. Now, a fire